Has the following situation ever happened to you? You've been doing a great job hitting your fitness goals. You've been going to the gym consistently and eating the healthiest foods that you can, but then you've ran into another problem. Your hours get in the way at work. You run into some sort of busy project that ends up taking up a lot of your time, and your exercise routine ends up getting thrown out the window. Well, today I'm here to talk to you about how to maintain that consistency with your gym routine and some simple tips and tricks that I have. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name is Tyler Warlow. I go by the Mengineer, and I make videos on how to improve your life through your confidence, capabilities, and overall happiness. So touching a little bit on that situation that I was just describing, I actually just went through that. I'm someone that I would like to say stays fairly consistent with their gym routine. I like to go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week fairly regularly, but I just went through a pretty intense training program. It was 2 months long. It required a lot of extra hours. I pulled a lot of overtime hours and even some weekend work. And as a result, my exercise routine kind of suffered a little bit in the first part of it. But in the second half of it, I really tried to pull myself together and kind of stick with that routine that I had established. So today I'm going to talk to y'all about my personal tips and tricks that I used in order to continue with my fitness goals despite having a busy schedule. The first thing that I want to talk about is that you need to be realistic with yourself. If you are on some sort of busy project or you have a family at home that you need to take care of, you need to be realistic about the time commitment that you can provide. Do not say you do not have the time if you're spending several hours a day scrolling social media or playing video games. Don't get me wrong, it's important to have those moments of relaxation, but would you rather have several hours of just scrolling through social media or have a body that you're happy and can do the things that you want to do with? In my opinion, I would take the latter. But moving forward, let's say you do have a limited amount of time. Let's say you only have like an hour and a half after working all those extra hours on your project per day to exercise. With that, I would say you want to aim to maintain your consistency. In my opinion, it's much more important to remain consistent with your routine rather than trying to constantly do the same level of fitness. So you might need to back off a little bit in terms of the intensity and how long the exercise might be, but I would still try to get some form of physical activity in for the day. I normally have to drive out to the gym that I pay to go to, even though I have an apartment gym. The apartment gym is by no means a full, complete gym, but I use that to my advantage during this training program. During this training program, I still tried to get some form of movement in 3 to 4 times a week, and I did that by going to my apartment gym. I just took advantage of the dumbbells and other equipment that they had and got a 30 to 45 minute workout in rather than having to go and drive out to the gym, do an hour and a half workout, then come back, which is typically like a 2.5 hour process. So I was realistic with the time that I had available, and I switched what I was doing to meet that. If you don't have a local apartment gym, you could also do things as simple as like some body weight calisthenics, maybe going for some walks or some runs, but I would keep it short and just aim to still go on those days or as often as you were previously going. The second thing I want to talk about is make it as easy as possible for you to continue exercising. One of the things for me that made it a little bit more difficult was having to come home, change into my clothes, and then drive back out to the gym. So what did I do to kind of accommodate that? 2 things. If I decided that I was going to work out at home at the apartment gym, I would have those clothes and my workout stuff set up ahead of time so I didn't have to go into my closet, pull them out, fill up my water bottle. I would just have those things prepared and ready so that way when I got home, it was just grab, change, and go. If I didn't feel like I wanted to work out at the apartment gym, I would instead pack my gym clothes with me to go to work, and I would change in the bathroom after work and go straight to the gym. That way, it lessened the overall time commitment and lowered the boundary that I had to want to go to the gym. So I just made it as easy as possible for me to be ready to go to the gym, and that helped motivate me to go to the gym. The next thing that I'm going to say is exercise and movement are important, but diet and proper sleep are more important. Do not exercise at the expense of your diet and your sleep routine, because in my experience, even though exercise does help me to feel good with the release of endorphins and dopamine, really what impacts how I feel overall is the food that I'm eating, because it can either cause me to feel bloated or inflamed if I'm eating stuff that's really just not sitting well in my stomach, versus if I'm eating really good vegetables and whole foods, it gives me consistent energy throughout the day. And then in terms of your sleep is really going to impact how you feel overall. Your sleep is where you recover, and it goes beyond just your physical recovery. It also goes into your mental recovery. So if you are pulling those long days where you're just having to really dig deep and use a lot of your mental willpower, then I would really advise making sure that you're getting a consistent 8 hours of sleep, because that's going to help maintain those energy levels and get you through the day, rather than you going to work, doing this long day, and then going home and doing a workout, but then only getting like 6 hours of sleep. That's just going to lead to your body feeling more and more tired until you can't do it anymore, and then you have to end up breaking your routine anyway. For instance, I actually get ocular migraines if I haven't gotten 6 hours of sleep. So why does it matter if I got my exercise routine if I end up not sleeping well enough and then getting a migraine, which actually takes me out for the entire day? I would say sleep is more important really than exercising. So make sure that you're maintaining that. Next, if you're having trouble maintaining your exercise routine outside of work, try and find something that you find enjoyable and you can incorporate exercise into. Something that helped me a lot while I was doing this training program was some of my coworkers invited me to go play pickleball, which was a new activity that I have never really done before. But I had a lot of fun and got to meet some new people, and that really encouraged me to keep doing it. So it was kind of like a social event in a way. And so that helped encourage me to continue doing it, even though it was hard to fit into my overall schedule. But by having something that was fun and enjoyable and I got to kind of make into a social event, it encouraged me to maintain it. And that really helped me keep some of my exercise and movement in my routine where I might have otherwise lost it. So I know I covered those topics pretty quickly, given that this is going to be a kind of less formal type of video. So I'll just summarize them again real quick. First off, make sure that you're being realistic with the time commitment that you can provide. Ensure that you're getting enough sleep and proper nutrition, and also try to do things that you find fun and enjoyable. If you found this video to be helpful or informational at all, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow and helps the information to get out to new people. As always, if you have any video suggestions or ideas, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. If you're interested in more videos where I talk about fitness topics, be sure to check out this video right here where I talk about how hiking can be a great thing for beginners to fitness. If you're interested in some of my more recent stuff, be sure to check out this video right here. But until the next time, this is the Mengineer signing off.